get to see a little preview. I'm getting ready here. Yeah. Just getting ready. Don't look cross-eyed. Did y'all see that? Look a little. That can't be good for TV. Up and over. Trying to get my lighting right. You know, I'm in the studio. Okay. Let me see. Hi! We are going live. I'm still messing around with the lighting and stuff. Got my camera in, my crew working, so, you know, just bear with me for a little bit. How y'all doing? I know it's Tuesday. Y'all know Tuesday nights belong to me. If you're here in the room, really quick, go ahead and share my broadcast, you know, tweet, tell your tweets. Listen, it's a serious shit going on Periscope, and I think y'all might want to hear this. So go ahead and share on your Twitter, your followers. Tell them, hey, I'm doing it. Okay, put it up the light a little bit. I know I'm just working on the lighting because, you know, I'm trying to get it, you know, correct. So how are you all? How was you guys' weekend? I know a lot happened over the weekend. For you all that tried, were with me when I was broadcasting, and I'm still messing with my lighting, so just work with me, y'all. Okay. See? Things about live. So, like I said, I'm still trying to get it a little right for y'all, just a little bit. Oh, maybe that's better. Maybe. Okay. For all of you that followed my broadcast, my very, very short broadcast on Sunday, what happened was, of course, studio, when you don't pay your time and shit, you don't pay your money, they cut you off, and that's basically what happened. My phone died. It was just a whole bunch of mess. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming into my world. I am Noella Faye, aka the Conservative Whore. Oh, whore? Yes, whore. Whore stands for working hard on riches and egos. Did you hear that? Whore. Working hard on riches and egos. I came up with that name a long time ago, and a lot of people ask me, well, why is that your name? Because nobody else wants to name themselves that. Yeah. Anyway, we have a lot of good topics coming up. I'm going to blend in a little bit from the last show, the little surprise show or the spontaneous show that I tried to do on Sunday, because we had a really good chemistry going with the people that was in the room. We talked a little bit about cheating. We had gotten to, we had gotten into STDs. How would you handle if your mate had STDs? Now, somebody that was watching the broadcast, they emailed me and they were like, to be honest, and I appreciate the honesty of a lot of you guys' emails, okay? You don't have to say it on my page. You can always email me, noellafayesays@gmail.com. I do give advice, and you know, if you just want to talk about personal matters, I'm here. But you can catch me anywhere, theconservativewhore.com. You can go to my IG, The Conservative Whore, check out my little pics. I think I'm a photographer on the low. You can go to Twitter, The Conservative Whore, just how you find me on Periscope, you can find me on Twitter. Or if you want to be more family oriented, you can catch me on Facebook. Noella Faye Says. Yes. So a lot of things are going on in the world, right? Yesterday, what happened was a pic. Did you guys see it? I posted it on all of my walls, and basically it was a young man with a picture with his son. Now, they say a picture says 1,000 words, but the words that were coming out of these people's mouths off of this one picture was just outrageous. I mean, all the way outrageous. We're going to touch on that. Like I said, we'll also touch a little bit on Sunday, because I still want to see what you guys say about STDs and if you were to contract one. Safe sex. All of that is mixed in tonight. We're also going to talk about something that's very big in the black community. Which is almost as big as black on black crime and cop on black crime, are homosexuality. Now, we're going to discuss that because we can't discuss that without discussing the picture, because that's what the picture brought to mind for a lot of people. In tune with all that, we're going to get into what the hell are we teaching our kids? We have to have some type of structure, because the schools are a mess right now. So I just wanted to see a little bit of feedback, you know, can you talk to your children? Because like I said, this picture said 1,000 words. And you know me being Noella Faye, I have 1,000 topics. Like, I couldn't even believe what people were saying. We're going to talk about Kim. Y'all know I got to get up with my Kim Ye report. She's had the baby, a boy, Saint. Would you guys name your kid Saint? Let me tell y'all something. I am scared of statues and some names. Hey Ashley, how are you? Some names are very scary for me, okay? For instance, Damien. I would not name my child Damien. I would just be thinking of The Omen or something like that. So Saint is a good name, but it's just kind of like, oh, thanks. Fancy, isn't it? So I just think that the name is just off the wall, Saint. So Damien, Saint, Michelangelo, yeah, Damien, Damon, Damon. Let me say something. I am not going to mess with you or your kid if you name your kid that, okay? Yes, I said it. Okay, I don't mess around with that type of stuff. So I just, it's a good name though, I guess. Did you hear she's eating her placenta? Okay, we'll talk about that crap too. I mean, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I did a tad bit of research and people said that it was healthy because it had a lot of vitamins and everything. Listen, I don't even eat pork, so I don't think I'm going to try to eat my placenta. I don't think I'm going to have no more babies anyway. Yes, I heard it's like a really big thing. But what do? Do you cook it? Do you eat it raw? I mean, listen, some things I just can't, I don't think I would either. I'm just saying, like I said, I can't even eat pork. I'm about to stop eating meat for a little while. You know that? Clean out my system a little bit. Is it nice weather where you guys are? Because it is beautiful here in NYC, and usually it is freezing. I think the gods are smiling on me because they know I am so productive when the weather is warmer. Now, I know a lot of you guys are into LHAA, which is Love, Hip Hop, and Atlanta, or is it Hollywood? I don't really freaking know, but I think New York premiered last night. I don't watch that stuff. I just go on and see what I don't have to. Everybody tells me on, social media what happens. But I do know, because I am the author of Secrets of a Happy Mistress on Amazon. Did you guys know that? You guys can go to Amazon and get the book, Secrets of a Happy Mistress. Peter freaking Guns, okay? He is the reason why I'm going to be a millionaire. Because I'm telling you, between Amina and, is it Tara? Is the girl's name Tara? I don't know. Between them two, dang, I don't know if to call him a player pimp. I don't really know. I don't really know his whole stance. I don't know if he's a leech. But we can get in that too. That's why you have to be careful. Did you guys hear about the young lady that met the guy and he strangled her ass? I'm done. Y'all know I be on the chat lines. I'm off. You ain't got to worry about it no more. I'm done. So, we have a lot to cover. It's only 9:02. I usually would have DJ'd for you all. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to ask you all, if you don't mind, you don't have to do it. Nobody's going to twist your arm. I can't put a gun to your head. But share the broadcast. Let people know. It's 9 p.m. The conservative whore is on. Everybody needs to watch. Everybody needs to know what I'll be ranting and raving about at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. I have a lot to rant about this Tuesday. I want y'all to know that. I really did miss you guys, and I'm thinking about doing another Periscope, but y'all know I have ADHD, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So, I have my little cards though. We also want to hit on Meek Mills. Violation, probation. Was it the protein shake, or is it because he jetted out to the AMAs? I just think there's a level of responsibility, okay? And this is what we're going to get into. We're going to seep into the responsibility of black men slowly. Because what we do is sometimes we create these situations and then we want to blame it on the system. Well, I think that if you're a part of the system, the main thing that you should be trying to do is beat the system. And I don't mean illegally, but I mean to stay out of the way until whatever your paperwork is going on, or whatever you have going on. Maybe you just want to focus on staying out of the way, doing the right thing, doing what you're supposed to do, because you have to answer to somebody. And I think as a black woman, I think Nikki, should be a little bit more encouraging. And I don't know that she's not encouraging, because she could have been like, baby, you need to, da-da-da. He could have like, nah, fuck that, I'm going to go support you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I'm not saying that I know. I don't want nobody coming for me. I'm the petty queen. I don't want nobody coming for me. But what I'm saying is, I just think that we have a role as black women. We tend to find ourselves in relationships with men that maybe we should have just been friends with, because they need so much more than a hole to, poke. So, Meek Mills, we'll discuss that a little bit, okay? We've already discussed pregnancy a little bit, and I just want to touch a little bit on older women in pregnancy, because Kris Jenner had a pregnancy scare. Let me tell y'all something. I'm single as shit. I just wanted, real quick, y'all know sometimes I ramble, but real quick, how the hell did Kris Jenner get that dude? I'm just saying. I'm single. Is it the money? Do y'all think she's spending her money? Okay, she might be. I don't know. Okay, I mean, moving along to other black men, that's going through something. Freaking Bow Wow and Erica Mena. I have to get into that, because that is messy. And I think she's messy. And I don't understand. I don't know. There's some guys that like drama. Remember the game when he had his show and the little girl, she was very feisty, and his thing was he was going to keep her because he liked that drama? Well, some men like it, her feistiness. So I can't say she isn't going to ever find anybody. But I would just think that men would want not to deal with her, because she runs her mouth like OMG. She has a lot to say, and she's I don't think she can take arguments or rejection. She's just really extra. I just hope and pray, Lord Jesus, Lord, my hand to the Lord, I hope my son don't get no girls like that. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, I'm going to beat their ass. Yes, I am. Yep. Listen, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to be messing around with these little girls. Now, this is going to smooth right in. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and get started, because it's about 9:06. So we'll get started, in a minute. A lot of people are joining. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. We're going to get into the discussion of how many times is too many times for your mate to fuck up and you keep forgiving them. Hi, Susie. Hi, Arthur Gibbs. Yes, give me hearts. I love hearts. Woo. So, yeah, we're going to get into that, because, you know what, I see a lot of, maybe because it's cuffing season, or is it cuffing season? Fucking season is over, right? I know that, so, okay. Well, it's a little warm outside. Yes, you finally made it. It's a little warm outside, so I think they said cuffing season is pushed back a little bit. I'm not sure. But how many, yes, every week at Tuesday, 9 p.m. Tag a friend, tell a baller. We get like, it's warm outside, so I guess we don't want to be with anybody. Yep, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. So how is it that you can, okay, so how many times are you going to keep him and he keeps like staying out, or even the little things he keeps doing? How many times is too many times? I put up a post, I think it was on Sunday, and it basically said, I got this from a man, the man basically said, all men cheat. What are you going to do? Are you going to let one nigga cheat 20 times, or are you going to give 20 niggas one time to cheat? I had to think about that. I was like, darn, that's some good stuff right there. Not neither. I'm not giving nobody no chances, no shit. I told you I'm single. Listen, I can't deal with it. Okay, I got a fragile mind. I am a writer. I can't deal with it. All I'm gonna do is put you in my book anyway. I think that's why I'm single. Everybody thinks I'm gonna put them in a book. Now, okay, real quick, do you guys do those Facebook tests? Anybody? Nobody does a Facebook test late at night and you don't have nothing to do, you're trying to concentrate? Well, I do. And it was pick the name. Well, I do. Late at night when I get bored and I can't concentrate, I be on the Facebook little quizzes, what's your star sign, who's your best friend, all that crap. I be on that shit for hours. I mean hours. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed. Let me take one more test. So I went on, and the test was, going by your birthday month, this is the superstar that you would have to spend the weekend with. Now, this is for all of my girls out there that like big weeders. Jesus Christ. I picked December because that's my birthday month. Shout out to all the Sagittariuses, but your time is almost over. I had August Alsina. After that picture I seen on Facebook, I don't want to spend the weekend with him. I don't think we ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Did y'all see his thing? Nah, I'm not about that life. So I'm just saying that just kept me off of it. I'm not doing any more Facebook tests because I don't want to spend the weekend with August Alsina. Okay, I'm not doing that. Hi Lee, hope you're feeling better. So it scared me that I'm not going to do any more Facebook tests because I can't spend the weekend with August Alsina, especially after that picture of him game. And what was the other boy? Nah, I'm not doing that. That's like a hospital visit. I already told y'all that. That's like a hospital visit. So, the Kardashians, see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. For all the ladies out there that like Big Peenie, shout out. Okay, just a shout out to y'all because y'all motherfucking amazing. Y'all need the MVP. No, but going back to MVPs, Amina needs the MVP, honey. She just, or is it the other one? I think that the first baby mother can't get over it. But he doesn't look like he looks like he has a dirty pee. Okay, so now, you guys know, nobody wants a Jay-Z and Beyonce marriage anymore. Nobody wants that. The new trend is Remy and Papoose. Yay! I would have rather K. Michelle said she looked up to them than Yandy and Medicis, right? But then I thought, well, isn't that the same situation? Because Papoose waited, 6 years for her? Yes, I heard. I'm from where they're from, here, and I don't know him personally, but he hung around some people that I hung around. And it's really, he's a good dude. Just all the way around. All the way around. He's a good dude. Okay? Rest in peace to my friend Christina, because that's how I met him. Anyway, they seem to have a really tight bond, and I know a lot of people were saying that they hope that reality TV doesn't, mess their relationship up, or that they don't become too what's the word, too much like what already is going on. I don't think so. I think when I look at Remy Ma, I think that she would cut it off before she would let it ruin anything that she has going on in her personal life, because they do seem very, very, very private. And I always use Jay-Z and Beyonce as this because some people pretend to want to be private, but some people are really, really, really private. And they're really private. Even though she's been away, so they ain't had no choice but to be private, we couldn't go up in there in jail and see what's going on. But they still have remained very private. So shouts out to anybody that is, influenced by that. That's real love, because I told you, I'm not waiting for nobody. There's a post going out. It was so funny. Somebody was like, oh, Papoose waited 6 years. Most niggas can't wait till their girl get off work. I'm one of them. I can't wait till niggas get off work. Listen. Get your life together. So, the Kardashians are doing really good things, right? Kourtney has an app. What the hell? Does anybody know about the damn app? What the hell is that? I think I need to get an app if Kourtney has an app. It's called Court. Then her sister came out with the lipstick. Did you see how Drake bought his mother the Dior lipstick and it went crazy? Damn it. I just need him to buy a Motivated Bum t-shirt. Jesus Christ. Or buy a book. Buy a Happy Mistress book. I'm sure he done dealt with some married women. Somebody go on his page and tell him to buy a book. Now, we're going to get into the good of our topic. I'm just giving us a little bit of time. Okay? So we can really get into it. So I just want to get all the bull crap out of the way. Did you guys see Fetty Wap and his baby mama? He is a thug, honey. I did not know that he was going to act like that. The Shade Room causes a lot of drama, doesn't it? The Shade Room, them people in there, they be upset. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Did you guys see the Game and his daughter with the makeup? Somebody asked me a question if I thought it was inappropriate or not. I'm going to say my dad didn't let me put on makeup. My dad didn't let me do anything. So I think that even if it's for play, I don't know. I wouldn't post it because the predators are just so so serious, okay? The predators are out there, and we have to be very careful with our little girls. Even though I'm not saying I think the game would be very careful. I think he'd probably shoot somebody. I mean, he did get somebody busted in the damn face. He's going to be the next casualty. I mean, it's just crazy. So we talked about Meek and him, you know, not, yeah, he is. He's going to get somebody killed, that boy, or he's going to be the next casualty. And we're going to be reading about him, you know. I don't know. Hopefully there isn't, you know, the thing about the beef is sometimes you just have to be careful because some of these rappers really do live that life, okay? So, older women in pregnancy, we talked about that, right? So, really quick, I just want to ask, because there's a lot of people in the room, I'm really happy about that. How many times is too many times to forgive your boo for cheating? Y'all quiet. You're married. Your husband keeps cheating. How many times? 2. You give him 2? It's not a hard question. 2. Everybody says, okay, so y'all mean to tell me if y'all man cheat the first time, I mean, how do y'all do that? What you gonna be like? All right, you got one more time, nigga. I mean, how does it work? I mean, I don't know. I'm so nosy. I know when they're cheating, okay? Just depends on how I feel about them. I'm a flight risk, okay? I tell anybody. I don't know. It depends on the weather, the day. You could drop an ice cube and I'd be like, shh, I don't have time. Well, off against, I'm glad that you're in this room because our topic is dealing with the LGBT community. So I'm glad that you're in the room because we're going to get really, really serious in a minute, okay? Depends on the situation. What's the situation? Okay, try to work through it. I brought up the incident on Sunday. Thank you, Q. I have my name for you. Q, thank you so much. You're a fan. You're just adorable. Thank you for all the support, my new follower. What would you do if your mate brought you home an STD? Would you leave him? Would you kill him? Now, I asked that question because I know a lot of us sometimes we say we're going to do something and we don't know what we're going to do to what actually in the predicament. So you said you would kill him, so you going to jail because you got an STD. Now, let me ask you a question. What if it was somebody, see, okay, well, yeah. No, I don't think I would give a second chance with an STD. I would think I'm dying. I'm very dramatic, so that stuff, those type of situations wouldn't work for me. Unless we had a blood transfusion, like they would probably be stuck with me forever because I probably wouldn't want to deal with anybody else because I'd be insecure. I think I have a flare up. I just think about those commercials. It just couldn't be me. I just couldn't do it. I ain't even gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. Just like I'm telling y'all, if Lord knows if I had a baby and it looked a little different, let me tell y'all something. A family member is gonna have that baby. Okay, there's certain things I just can't do. When I had my first son, his head was so long, girls. Let me tell y'all something. I looked at that baby and I said, oh no, I'm going to bed. They was like, Mrs. Green, you cannot go to sleep. 2 fingers, because that is not what the baby's supposed to look like, okay? Peace. Y'all killing me. So, and I bring that up because you know Fetty Wap, you know he said that the girl burnt him. So let me ask you this. It's a new partner. You're just dealing with them and they give you an STD. What do you do? And I posed this question, could you really be mad because shouldn't you be using a condom? Oh, no, Ella, whose side are you on? Nobody's. For real, what would you do? Because you have to think about your actions, right? Like, okay, so, duh. That's just like getting pregnant. I think that if you get pregnant, you're having unprotected sex, and then the guy, don't want the baby. I think that you have to deal with that yourself. That's just my opinion because you put yourself in that predicament. Y'all use condom. I mean, 1 plus 1. Either 3 things are gonna happen: nothing, a baby, or STD. It's only 3 things that's gonna happen by not using a condom. Okay? Some people play Russian roulette. I played Russian roulette, but listen, that was because that person wasn't going nowhere. So I guess it's just the whole, how you feel about it. Me, you give me an STD, we fighting. We fighting for the rest of my life. Every time I see you, okay? I'm beat your girlfriend up, everybody, your mama, everybody. Okay. Now, let's get to Bow Wow and Erica Mena. Okay. This type of mind programming is ridiculous. This young lady is out of control. Now, this is going to seep right into what I'm talking about as far as the LGBT. Now, this young lady was hardcore for women, right? Now she's with Bow Wow, and it seems that every relationship that she has with a man, she can't really keep it. And I'm going to tell you, no LFAs, okay, y'all listening, because this is some whoreism. Remember, whoreism is whore knowledge, right? This is some whoreism. My thing is, the reason why Erica Mena cannot keep a man is because she really wants to be with women. No, Ella, that was so simple. I'm trying to tell you, I don't care what nobody say. There is no reason why you're going to keep having, you are fighting, you are trying, but that is not what you are. So what happens is you have friction. Honey, do you. If you want to lick cootie, do it. But stop making everybody else look bad. This goes into what is a bisexual, y'all. What is a bisexual? I am getting tired. See, the new age has brought a lot of things. Not only did the new age of 20th century bring out the independent women, she also brought out the very flamboyant homosexual. And I say flamboyant because I'm from a time where Jim lived upstairs, okay? You never saw Jim with a man. You never saw Jim with a woman. You never saw Jim with a man or a woman. He was very feminine, but he was still very masculine, and everybody speculated, but ain't nobody say shit to Jim because Jim was gonna knock your ass out. And I say that because there is an issue, and if I don't care, I think it's an issue. They're getting younger and younger with their sexuality, and I'm sorry, there's parents watching, and I want you guys, if you can, really quick, share real quick, on Twitter, to your followers or what have you. Because this is an issue that, as parents, we might need to get together, okay? We might need to get together, and we might need to fight for certain things in school, because our children are away from us, so it doesn't really matter. We have to remember, it doesn't matter if we're not continuously feeding them in the house. Whatever we tell them in minutes can get lost in the course of a day. It can get lost with people they come in contact with. If you've never talked to your child about sex, okay, what happens is they go to school and their friends are talking about it. So instead of them hearing it first from you and being comfortable, they go to school and they're comfortable with their friends, so then they start to get the advice of their friends. You understand what I'm saying? So then that makes it a little bit complicated when they come back, because you don't want to discuss it, whether because you think they're too young, whether you think they're, it's not appropriate or what have you. But I'm going to tell you, in this day and age, it's very appropriate. In the schools, they are putting in lessons about transgenders, and they have LGBT set up in the school, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let me make this statement real clear. I do not discriminate or hate any religion, race or creed, or any sector or any group, okay, or any culture. Honestly, I don't care, okay? I really only care about me and my kids. No, seriously though. I don't mean to be disrespectful or offensive. If I offend you, please let me know. I can tone it down, maybe just a little bit, because my opinion is my opinion, and this is my show. So I want to keep it as raw and as real, because this is what is needed. We have sugar-coated things too long, and the sugar coating, what it has done is it's made certain things acceptable. Okay, I am not a double standard. Just as I don't like to see two men kissing in public, I don't want to see two women kissing in public. Not because there's something wrong with it, but just like you want your respect, people want respect too. I don't want to see a man and a woman in public kissing, especially because if I got my kids, I got to explain that shit to them. I have to be like, look, honey, they are bonding. Okay, I don't want to see anyone. Don't get me wrong, I do want my butt grabbed by my boo once in a while. Just a sneak. Hey, Shantae. Just a sneak, just a little grab. But I don't want him groping me. I would not kiss in public. There are certain things that I just would not do in public because I have respect for other people. So it's not fair, okay? It's not fair that two women want to be hugged up or two men want to be hugged up, intertwined, because it's okay. Okay, it's not fair to put that on other people. Okay, we have to think about the way that society was born. Okay, and what I want to say too, because I support the LGBT. Okay, I really do. My thing is, and I tell a lot of people, and they look at me like I'm really crazy, is I don't think that God would wipe the world out twice and still, if it was a problem with them, then it wouldn't be here. What I do want to tell the LGBT community is, don't separate yourself. I think that there's a lot of problems because some want to classify that as a sector, a race, a creed. You are human and you bleed just like, when you get cut, your ass is not bleeding rainbows, okay? You is bleeding red blood that was blue in your veins before it hit the air. So I think sometimes in making any sector, whether it's gay, whether they're transgender, whether when you sector and make yourself an individual, that's when you have problems, because then you separate your own self. You separate your own self. So I think that's where a lot of the issues are coming in. I understand equal rights, and I understand the whole marriage. You can marry who you want to marry, do all of that, but just be conscious that really before the time of media, it does. Listen, let me say this: who you fucking in the house does not portray who you are outside. And that's the message I have for my youth, my young men that I see that are very flamboyant. Listen, nobody needs to know what you are doing in the house, okay? What you put your hole in or what you stick your pole in, it is not going to make the person that you are when you go to your job. It is not going to change how people view you for your job. If you are a technician and you have a job to do such and such, don't nobody give a damn if you sleeping with a man. You need to come in here and get this goddamn work done. But there's something going on, okay? I have an issue, and this is we're getting into black young men and black young women. They want to be seen. We have to look deeper into that, okay? Now, I'm gonna get into that. Because that's what the picture that I posted on my wall. That's what we're going to get into too, children. And I'm leading into the question of, as parents, can you honestly talk to your children? Not talk at them. Can you sit down and have a conversation with your child? Take out the thing that you are a parent. Take out all of the emotions that you have, your struggles, because a lot of parents, what we do is we put our struggles and our fears onto our children. And this is getting into the whole homophobic. Listen, and I'm going to be the first to say my husband is very homophobic, okay? So homophobic that when my kids were growing up, my son, he would not allow him to play with a pink crayon or anything pink or anything that was feminine, okay? And what this does is this raises up a child a certain type of way. Oh, I can't be this because then I'm gay. I'm good. We're feeding our children this, okay? We're feeding our children about sex before we're feeding them how to properly cleanse themselves. That's why the STDs have went up, and now there's like 4 different types of fucking gonorrhea. Hell no, I don't want to do it. I'm about to give my life to the Lord, honey. I can't even mess around because these new kids have made new diseases, honey. And because everybody wants to, everybody's mixing old with young. I mean, it's just a big melting pot. And really, in reality, we're all fucking each other. I don't want to fuck everybody, okay? And I don't want everybody to fuck me. But look, seriously, we don't know how to talk to our children, and we don't know how to talk to them about sex. And I'm getting into this because, like I said, a lot of these children, they want to be seen. And you have to think about why they want to be seen. They want to be seen because they're not getting attention somewhere. Now, a lot of times, if you're one of my older followers, you will know that I say a lot of times, I really don't believe in the whole, I don't like to say single mom, okay? I like to say single parent, but I won't say single mom. One, because kids only have one mom. One biological mother. I'm not talking about, don't y'all hit my page up tomorrow talk about, that's not true, you got a stepmother, godmother, grandmother. I ain't talking about the bitches. I'm talking about one biological mother, okay? When you separate from the child's father, that person is just not with you, okay? You still want to be a mama regardless. So that single mama shit don't fly. Especially because once you choose to be a mom, that's what you choose to be. You can't even worry about fathers. I view men like I view animals, male species on the animal planet, because they're not too far from that, okay? They eat their young. What do we do? What do our men do? Leave their young. Sometimes you have to compare and take it outside to kind of understand the mechanism. That's what I do anyway. I'm not saying that's what you have to do or you should do, but you should try it. It might open your mind up a little bit. But like I was saying, these kids want to be seen, okay? It does not matter what they do in the bedroom, but somebody has not talked to them about sex. We are sexually fueled, and we are teaching our children that sex is what you have to present. No longer do the little girls want to dress. That brings me to Aisha Curry, right? The big thing with Aisha Curry in a frenzy. Oh, she shouldn't have said that. Now you got Amber Rose. Now she wants to put slut walk in it and all that. Well, I'm going to tell you this, okay? And I'm speaking on behalf of the victims of rape. There are people that will cover up because that's what they need to do. That's what they want to do. They feel comfortable. Okay? You cannot say that every man is supposed to keep their hands to themselves. Some people are sick, okay? For a person to rape, molest, sexually assault anybody or anything, because some people, you know, they be assaulting poles and shit. I mean, garbage cans and all sorts of mess. But seriously, you can't say that this man, and you don't even know that he's had a history, you can't say he's even right-minded. So why tease them? Why come out the house with you? I don't even want to be on this little periscope with my breast out or with too much skin showing. Just because I don't want people to focus on the sexual part of me. It's okay to focus on the physical part, but it's the difference between showing your physical appearance and showing your sexual appearance. That's just plain and simple. And that's how we have to look at it. So when these things are going on, I mean, it's too much. It's too much sex. Even when you look at the little girls now, nobody's wearing the little Oshkosh shit anymore. Now the little girls are looking like their mother. That's too much. I want to say this really briefly. If you're around any youth, talk to them. A lot of kids are committing suicide. A lot of transgender males are getting killed. I have to ask a question. Are they getting killed because of what they want to be or because of what they are portraying to be? Well, you know what? A lot of people want to say social media and reality shows are raising our children, but you know what? It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. I don't have a TV. I know my kid is going crazy. He's like, my mama is on some Black Panther shit. I know, I just want to watch, I need to watch some TV. I don't know what's going on. My mama trying to kill me. You know, but you know what? Because I can't control anymore and because there's no more censorship like it used to be, right now, I don't want to do it, okay? It's easy for him to go onto the computer and for me to monitor the show. I don't care if the show is 3 years old. He might have never seen it. It might be new to him. What I have my son doing is because I like the older things from older TV, I buy a lot of those things, a lot of those DVDs or whatever, just because TV has gotten outrageous. And we can't keep blaming social media. A lot of times it's not social media that we're letting raise the kids. We're letting the TV, period. We're letting the internet. We're letting them on the computer. We're not monitoring. I mean, there are kids that are 9 years old that have Instagram accounts. And I remember a post on Facebook once, somebody I was following, and the thing was, oh, my baby mother called me on some bullshit because my son got 2,000 followers and she told me I need to check it. When I checked it was nothing but a bunch of bitches. And I was like, he winning. And I had to check him. I said, well, half of those is probably fucking men that are predators that know little kids like him are not monitored on the computer, so that's who they're talking to. Because people in their right mind are not going to accept a child. When you look, I'm on Instagram. When I look on Instagram, I look at everybody that I just don't press the follow button. Okay? And some of those Instagram accounts, the kids look very, very young. Okay? So even if they're not young, I am not going to accept their friend request. Just for the simple fact you are a child and there's no reason why you're following me. Period. Period. So getting into the picture that I posted, like I said, we're not talking to our children. We're not really teaching them anymore. And what's happening is we are losing our black boys. They are our future for our community. If we don't have any black men to procreate, then what happens? We get weeded out, okay? That's how I like to think of it. Of course, a lot of people say it's not that big. Well, to me, in my head, I have to make it big so that I can be proactive in what I want to do to change it, okay? Yesterday, a picture was put up in the shade room with a man and his son, okay? They were under the covers. He had his chest out and the little boy was covered up. It caused a frenzy all over social media. Now, in one of the groups that I'm in, I asked the question, I said, what is making people so upset? I got attacked, honey. People were like, oh, you're condoning homosexuality. And I was like, first of all, how the hell did you get that out of a goddamn picture? This raises the question, and the feed was full of homophobic black males, or it was full of men that never, I can't disclose that. It was, because it's a private group. The other half were people that never ever were probably hugged. You understand? And I don't mean just hugged. Some people were not brought up with an affectionate gene, okay? And yes, that's why I put up on my post, a debate is not a win or lose thing. It is the art of getting your point across to your opponent clearly. Okay, it's a learning. It's a learning process. It's a learning stepping stone. Debating is not really for the sake of arguing. You haven't won if your opponent doesn't walk away thinking about your point. Okay, right. We have to be grown. We have to be adults. So the thing is, when I went into the groups, and I didn't comment on the picture because I didn't think it's a regular picture to me. Okay? Now, people got upset because I said, if you see something wrong with this picture, you've either been molested or something has happened to you and this is flickering some type of emotion for you, or you have never been hugged, you're not used to it, your parents didn't do that or anything like that, which is okay. Everybody's not raised the same. So it might be awkward for you if you're not used to that. And I made the point that we're the only race where we can't hug our black sons. We cannot say to them, it's okay to cry. We want them to be macho and shit, and we wonder why they're messed up in the head when they go out here. We wonder why so many black men beat on their black women. It's not because they want a white man. It's because nobody's ever taught this nigga rejection. They never tell him how to deal with his emotions. They never dealt with his feelings. He was not able to express himself. There's a lot of women out there. There's a lot of women out there that cannot be with men because they have an aggression problem. I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. They think they men. I don't really know what's going on in their head. But there's a lot of women like that. There's a lot of women that beat on their men. I ain't never beat on no man, y'all. I ain't never beat on no man. And I ain't never put my hands on no man because I want nobody putting their hands on me. That's serious. But, it just goes back to what I was saying about in the household, that the reason things are going the way that they are going with all of these black homosexual, and they're not, I don't even know. Like I said, if I have to go to what homosexuals used to do and how they used to be, how they didn't want anybody in their business, whether because of laws, whether because they were scared of groups or whatever, however it was just quiet. It's not quiet now. They have to be seen. And they don't have male figures. A lot of times, and this is what I was saying about single mothers, what gets me upset, because even though the father's not around, there's a brother, there's a cousin, there's an uncle, there's a male figure around that you aren't utilizing for your sons. And it's true. Sometimes it is just so simple as kids imitate what they grow up with. So maybe some of these boys out here are gay or call themselves gay because they're just imitating their mother. But maybe when they get out there and they meet a man, that's why you see so many men now are saved or they're changed. They're not damn changed. It's just somebody sat down and talked to their asses. And not saying that's the case. I don't want to ever disrespect anybody and saying there's a reason why you're like that. No, if there is, that's between you and God. I wouldn't know anyway. I'm trying to figure out why the hell he made me the way he made me. But anyway, I just feel that this is a growing problem, and this is one of the problems that are affecting our community. If they're not dying, they're just saying, fuck it, I'm going to put on some lip gloss and some red bottoms. And I think that most of the time it is the reasons. You know, a lot of, I talk to a lot of children, okay? I love talking to children. I don't like being around little scandals, but I like talking to children to see where their heads is at, because I find a lot of them don't know. In my age and time when I grew up, like, everybody knew what they wanted to be. They had goals, they had ambitions, they had dreams. These kids don't have that. They either want to be strippers, hoes, they either want to be rappers, they either want to be in the videos, they want to be on reality TV. They don't even want to be in movies. They're like, fuck that, I'm going to VH1. I'm just saying. We have to do better. We're not, I had a friend once, let me put it in a story, sometimes it comes out better. I had a friend once that said to me, we were discussing drugs, okay? And I let my kids know about all types of drugs, especially because at one point they were putting acid in pop rocks and all that stuff. And my friend said to me, she said, well, I'm not going to tell my baby about that. She's too young. I said, well, did you know that and this is when I told her, I said, well, you know they're putting acid in pop rocks? I said, if your kid doesn't know what it looks like, hasn't heard about it, it makes them an easy target. It makes them an easy target when they go to school and their friends are talking about something that they have no knowledge of, it's brand new to them, it's exciting, or whatever, when you at home could have said it. But we don't do that because we think it's something wrong with bonding with our children, especially our men. I'm not understanding where it went wrong in our culture that we could not hug our sons or talk to them. Or you know, on the post, what a lot of people were saying was, oh, well, you know, if my son's 17, he can't come cry on my shoulders and all this. And I was like, why not? My son is 18. And I'm in my 30s going on 40s. Let me tell you something. I get in my mama's bed. I mean, what the hell? And then you have the double standard people. Oh, so you mean to tell me it's all right for the girls to be in their tank tops with little booty shorts on playing with their kids? Like, you have to be a sick individual. And we have to start to heal ourselves. Like I was saying, a lot of people in the room, they had not dealt with issues in their childhood. That's why it couldn't be for their child, or they couldn't do that. They just tried to roast me, honey. Ooh, this show is good, honey. Forget the tea. Y'all see, this ain't no tea. But really quick, you guys know I am the conservative whore for those that just joined. Whore stands for working hard on riches and egos. Tag a blogger, tell a friend. Don't be scared to say it. It's going to be the new norm. Whore, working hard on riches and egos. Whore, working hard on riches and egos. Yes, that is me, Noella Faye. You can find me everywhere, theconservativewhore.com. You can even go on IG, it's theconservativewhore.com. Tweet with my tweets, Twitter, the same way you found me on Periscope. And if you just want a little family-friendly environment, you can always go to Noella Faye Says, Facebook, on Facebook, Noella Faye Says. You can find out everything about my book, Secrets of a Happy Mistress. Oh, Noella, you ain't said nothing about that book. Y'all know I be spilling all sorts of beans everywhere. Y'all got to go on Amazon and read the book. Now, if you are watching and you have gotten the book, please take 2 minutes and go leave me a review. I only can be better if you let me know what I'm doing wrong. Okay? Where else can you go to see me? Did I say everything? I think I said everything. If you don't catch me on Periscope, or if you want to tell your friends, or you want to tell somebody about me, they can go on YouTube and you can see all of the footage, because I upload the videos to my YouTube from the Periscope, because it only lasts 24 hours. So remember that. Shout out to all the authors. Shout out to all of the entrepreneurs, the ladypreneurs out there, because it's getting serious, honey. But let me tell you something, it's getting easier for us. That's why it's important that we take back control. You know, Michelle's running the White House. Women run the world. Y'all know that. So we have to do better, especially in our black communities. So I'll be getting together with some people. Shouts out to Shantae Graham. She's doing very big things in the world of film. I am going to be blessed to be going to the Bishop on Thursday for a documentary. I can't wait for that, to network and just to see another side of film. She's in here in Brooklyn. You can go on my page on Facebook and you will see her name, Shantae Graham, and her production. I also want to give a shout out, like I said, to any of the entrepreneurs. It's really hard. Now, I always talk about how us women have to stick together, but I also talk about how sometimes I don't know if I want to be a Black Panther or a shit talker. Just the way I am. So, honestly, what I decided to do is come up with a movement. It's called Motivated Bum, and BUM stands for Black Underestimated Man, because I think that we need to do better in policing our children. Okay? I mean, it's just, I think it is getting out of control. Homophobia is taking over, and I understand why it is. I mean, with the transgender issues, that is a really, really big topic. Okay, and I think that if you know a Black man, give him encouraging words, not just, oh, you're gonna be all right, or you do more than uplift him. Find resources for him. I asked this question being that so many people have so much to say about the picture. I asked, how many of you all know any single fathers? Because there was a question about, also, I think another picture was put up about with the guys that were doing the little girl's hair, and everybody had something to say about that was inappropriate. People have a lot to say on social media, and we have to be very careful how we spread that energy. If you notice, I do not put up a lot of police videos or anything like that. What I might do is I might put up a still picture that has some type of message, but we have to be careful in how we spread the messages out there. Okay, we all know Fox, CNN, and all those big networks, they're under someone, but we are free thinkers, and we have a little bit more freedom to get whatever truth is out there to who we need to get it to. And I think that if you have a platform, then that's what you need to do. You need to use it. It's okay to bullshit sometimes or whatever, but there's some serious things going on in the world. I mean, that's just what it boils down to. It's not all about Hollywood. It's about where you live at, okay? Because a lot of people that where you live at, they can go to Hollywood or wherever. I'm just saying, don't encourage no more kids to be Hollywood stars. Encourage them to be lawyers or something like that, doctors or engineers or something like that. A lot of kids don't even know about that profession, and I think that's sad. So, this is my question. How should a Black man love his Black son? Anybody know? Because so many people have a way they think Black men have to love their Black sons. Anybody? Does anybody agree that that some homosexuality comes because the boys haven't had a father? The money. Yeah, this is very true. This is very true, and that's another thing. It's sex, money, and drugs. Everybody is on sex, money, and drugs right now. It's crazy. I mean, even though I agree with a little bit of wine, you know, hey, a little bit of Patron, sometimes, not all the time, but I think that's a big part of it. I think that, you know, because you have to think of it. The little boy is 5. Every little boy plays in shoes. Mom's shoes, dad's shoes, grandma's, whatever. But if the thing with women is we think everything is cute. Men don't. See how easy things could have gotten nipped in the bud. A lot of times, a lot of women don't want to admit the importance of the role of the male. Period. 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 Some women just want to be men, and you cannot be men. That's the problem I have with the transgenders. Like, I don't care if you say you're a woman, but you're not a goddamn woman if you still have a wee-wee. What the hell? If that's the case, we all can switch up man or woman at any time, right? Oh, now today I'm a man. Don't mind that I have a cooch. Every child does need a mom and dad. But if one or the other is not there, there's always somebody else. We are doing good timing, y'all. It is 9:48, and we have had a really good conversation. Like I said, thank you for all the support, all of the new followers. Thank you for all of the good comments and everything as far as my IG. I really appreciate it. Thanks. If you are in media and you want to get a hold of me, you want to book me or whatever, tiahartpr@gmail.com. That is my PR agent. She's doing wonderful things for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to send me gifts, you need advice, or any inquiries, noellafaye@gmail.com. It is the holidays, you guys, and I am going to really quick tell you some places that you might need to check out. Okay, if you are looking to dress your home, you know, do like a home makeover, or if you need some styling tips for your home, or if you just want to get some really fabulous accessories for your home, HomeChickHomesLiving.com. Go on there and just go crazy. The candles, pillows. There's a lot of stuff to choose from. A lot of stuff. Okay. Also, for boutiques, if you're in Raleigh, Unique Boutique, check her out. She has crazy, insane holiday. You know, it's the holidays. Support your black businesses. Okay, that's very, very important. Spend your money. Go onto teespring.com/motivatedbum. Get the t-shirt. If you have a child in a HBCU, this is a perfect gift. This is something to be proud of. This is something, especially if they're males, this is something that they can wear, and it is a good feeling to wear something with something that looks like you. Okay? There's a black man on the shirt. So just go there. Support, listen. Support your people like you support the celebrities. I know it's a cliche because it's going around, but it makes perfect sense. Because while you're buying nail polish for $9, your friend might have it for $5. You know, read a little bit more, because you know, in a minute, guys, a lot of books aren't going. You know, there's gonna probably come a time. I always think there's gonna come a time where they take all the books away. So stack up on your books, stack up on your knowledge, because I mean, it's the time and day that you have to know a little bit more than one hustle. If you are an entrepreneur, don't give up. You guys can always hit me up for advice. I love talking and I love giving advice, okay? Hit me up anytime. If you're in Brooklyn, check out Milk and Honey. That's where I go get my hair done. I love them ladies in there. There's a wide range of people that you can pick from, okay? Celebrity stylists is in the house. My stylist is there, and they do an excellent job. If you are looking for makeup in New York, Love Star Faces by Gabora. Can y'all remember that? All this stuff will be on my page, The Conservative Whore. You can go there anytime and check it out. I already told you guys where to go to YouTube. Just remember The Conservative Whore. Everything is The Conservative Whore. Tag a blogger, tell a friend. I'm at it again. I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a great night. Of course, if I was like a real show, I would have commercials till like 10 minutes, but we're not real. But either way, I still have to get ready tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you same time, same place, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Tell everybody. Now, I'm telling y'all, because when I get to the studio, and they're like, oh, you want free tickets? Y'all can be in the front row all the time, because y'all like my #1 supporters, right? My #1 fans. Yay! 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 No, I want for president. No, I wouldn't even want to be president. We'd probably be at war. What do y'all think about that? Oh, we didn't cover Trump or anything. We got all Tuesday to go through all of that. But I wouldn't want a woman running president. Not me. No. I talk to myself too much. I wouldn't be able to get to that. I can't even decide if I want to wear panties and shit. I just, listen, my life is a total mess. But you can find out how messy it is, theconservativewhore.com. You guys enjoy your night. Scope, do everything that you need to do. Love each other. No, it's too much. Fight, talk about it, make up, spread love, and help a teenager, okay? Help a teenager. We'll discuss, maybe this week I'll do another scope. I'll surprise you guys. See you soon. Good night. It never wants to cut off. Good night to you too. Thanks for tuning in.